Good morning. Here we are for another chat, and today's topic of chat is choice. Last video was about change, letting yourself off the hook regarding change, and if you didn't want to change, recognizing you didn't want to change, becoming happier about your decision to stay, and looking for the good things, all the good reasons for staying where you were at this moment. Change may come when you're ready, but at this moment, this idea that change actually isn't the best for you. And that was okay, it's being okay with it, letting yourself off the hook. And today's topic of choice is big. It's a biggie. We're so interesting humans, aren't we? We're such interesting people, just going for a journey within our own selves and having a look at ourselves and questioning the whys, the wherefores, laughing again at ourselves, our wonderfulness, our idiosyncrasies, our way of being. It's just great. When people come for hypnosis, I always find it interesting because there's trepidation and worry about what they're going to find or what you're going to do to their mind. And it's like, what are you going to do to your own mind? What have you already done to your own mind? For all the wonderful things that we've been through that we take on. It's quite interesting. We're so interesting. We must never ever forget how interesting we are. We are a fascinating species. Hopefully doing our best. Okay, so choice, let's get down to choice. Choice is massive. Choice is massive. People, in my experience, working with the general public and clients for 30 years, people don't like having choice. Not everyone, but a lot of people don't like having choice. They somehow have a comfort in the assurity that actually they haven't got any choice and they have to stay where they are. Because I think choice gives you a little bit of, choice is a bit like a wild card. It's like someone going, okay, here you are, here's an option, go do this. If people think they have to stay somewhere and they have to do something, a job, a relationship, health, any habits, children, marriages, walks in the park, how you drive, what you say, how you respond. If people think there's only one way, or there's a limited kind of ways, a lot of people find that comforting. Again, familiar, comfort. The known territory of not having choice or limited choice. And when you actually point out to people that there's always choice, when during my own path of self-discovery, my own path of self-discovery, self-realization, and having a delve into my own soul, when I came across this aspect of choice and reading and listening and examining the ideas of choice, that I always had a choice. You'd always read and listen, but yes, there is always choice. You always have a choice. Oh boy, it made me mad. It made me mad. It was like, I haven't got a choice. I must do this. There's no option. And the more it was pointed out that there are options, but you're just choosing not to take them. The funny thing is, like, you're choosing not to take the choice. You're choosing to believe that you haven't got a choice, but it's still your choice, and that's fine, okay? Just know it's your choice. Just take responsibility that is your choice. And then that makes you even madder. It's like, it's my responsibility. No, it's not, it's their fault. They're making me do this, And of course, no one can make you do anything. I mean, I'm talking to adults here, and we're not talking about children and discipline and keeping a child safe by teaching them stuff. I'm talking about adults and, I can't leave this job, I can't do that. Well, why? Why can't you leave this job? Because I have to do it, because I need the money, because I've got to pay the mortgage, because I've got to clothe the children, I've got to, or I want this car, I've got to have a new car. It's very interesting how we think about choice. And you think, if you're in any situation now where you're thinking, oh, I've got no choice, I've got to stay here. Really, is there no fork in the road? Is there no little path going off? Is there nothing else? Is there just like, this and two big brick walls? Because when I initially faced this idea, this choice thing, it was hard, because sometimes you think, well, actually, yes, all right, I do have a choice, but that isn't a very nice choice, and it's a real pain in the butt to do that. I see. So there is a choice, but it's a bit of a pain. It's a hassle. It means working. It means changing. It means doing something very differently. Yes, actually, but there you still have a choice. And everything we do, from the minute we wake up, from the time we wake up, how we dress, the time we wake up is our choice. How we get to work is our choice. Okay? How we react to the trains being late is our choice. How we react to being in a traffic jam. What we eat for breakfast. How we speak to our partners, our loved ones, our children. It's all our choice. And we must take responsibility for that choice. Because no one else can do that. No one else can speak to your loved one in a way that you choose to. And a great thing about language is when you hear yourself saying, I have to do this, I have to go here, I have to do that. One of a nice subtlety of language is, well, I'm choosing to do that. I'm choosing to go to the football today. I'm choosing to take the kids swimming today. I'm choosing to go out on the lash tonight. Actually, and I'm choosing to drink as much as I want and be hungover tomorrow, so I won't be able to go to my auntie's party. Right from the beginning, every choice is our choice. Every choice is our responsibility, and it's very useful for extricating blame in a relationship and life. Okay, now I'm just talking about, like I say, some nice adults dealing with their choices in life. Children, it's a little bit different, obviously. So the idea of choice, one of the things about choice is speaking up or not speaking up. You can choose to express yourself about your choices, or you can keep silent. You may be the kind of person that actually wants to go on a wild skiing trip and ski naked down a mountain. Yeah, I have a particular friend in my mind when I think about that. And that might be your real dream, but you actually may never voice that. You may never share it. You may never act on it, and that's your choice. It won't be that dream may not be realised because of a choice to keep quiet, not to discuss it, and for whatever reason, and therefore not manifest it. And it's okay, maybe if you did it, something would happen and you'd end up with a broken wrist or something. But if you speak up, so there's one thing about choosing to remain silent and just kind of maybe manipulate behind the scenes in order to get what you think you want, or to manifest a choice. And then there's another thing about speaking up, speaking out, speaking very clearly about your choices. And it's interesting because you may find in life, though, think about someone that's very vocal about what they want, and how they're going to get it. If you know someone who's very, very good about getting what they want and just going for it because they speak up. And often, depending what kind of personality you are, that can be inspiring, or it can be a little bit, it can be almost a little bit aggressive for some people to be around. Someone always going on, well, I want this, I want to do that, I want to go there. And again, if you're in a group of people, you have a choice to go, well, actually, I don't want to do that, but that's okay. You go ahead and do it. I'm not going to worry that you're going to do it and I'm not. I'll go back and read, or I'll go on my iPad, or I'll go for a walk in a different direction. You know, you can apply it to lots of different ways. So this aspect of choice, there's always choices, and that's hard. I realise it's hard. You know, we've all been there. We've all had to make choices, or we've all felt trapped, like we didn't have a choice. And just look around you. Start looking around you and going, really, you know, have I got a choice? Could I actually get away from this? Again, it refers a little bit back to change. Do I really want to? Because choice is there, but then it comes again back to change. And do I want to change? Do I want to take that choice? Because taking that choice means change. And then the other massive one, taking responsibility for that choice. It's huge. You know, taking responsibility for choosing to, you know, speak to that person, not speak to that person, you know, not talk to a family member for 10 years. The choices people make based on their own needs, their own significance, their own identity, how they respond. Now, you know, it's a long, lovely journey to learn how to respond, to actually start responding to situations how you want to respond. Taking choice, making the choice of how to respond to situations, what people say to you, what people do to you, how people react to you. It's a lovely, long, fascinating journey. You know, it's your own Lord of the Rings saga. You know, this whole kind of wonderful epic saga of life. And learning how to choose how to respond to situations. I choose to respond to this situation with calm, with peace. I choose to get angry. I choose to lash out, and then understand why you do all that and take responsibility for it, you know. And I'm not saying that's easy, you know, because boy, it's not. I know that the Buddhists have a wonderful thing about equanimity and about always being harmonious, and this idea of you know, the Buddhist way of nothing ever pulling you off the rock that you are on, you know, and the peaceful state that you can live in. You know, no amount of prodding and provoking will actually take you know, a Buddhist monk away from his peace, his center, his core, because he or she knows that, you know, that is the peace within is always there. Nothing will, and they choose not to respond, or they choose to respond in a way of peace, of harmony, of bliss. But how many lifetimes does it take to do that? Maybe some super evolved being does it in one. Unlikely, but let's just say, hey. And some may take a few. And so here I am. I've used the time up to date just talking about choice, and have a think. Listen to yourself. Listen to what you're saying to yourself about love. You know, I'm talking about love regarding choices. If you choose to stay in a situation, that's fine. But always know there is a choice. There's always alternatives. Those alternatives may be difficult, challenging. They may require you to deconstruct who you are, and that affects other people. People like their friends and family to stay, you know, in a place that they understand and they're used to. When people change and become different, it can wobble the family, wobble the friend circle. So people often choose not to do things in order not to wobble other people. So again, it's interesting, because then you're living your life to keep everybody else in security whilst you may be, you know, feeling kind of restricted. So it's a big subject, it's huge. So next time we'll talk about responsibility a little bit more, and then get on to forgiveness. And thank you for watching. It's lovely having feedback and messages, and it's great. It's lovely that people take the time to listen and really kind of take it in and come back to me with suggestions and stuff. So thank every single one of you for that, and I look forward to chatting to you soon. Have a cool day. Bye.